Hello everyone, welcome back, good evening, welcome back to another season of CDR. Season 15 is about to get underway tonight. Starts off with the F2 as usual. So, a couple of things changed for this season scoring wise. Let me have a quick look through that to let anyone know that is unsure. Evening Clay, how are you doing mate? Evening Pint Size, good to see you back in the chats again boys. It's been a long while, it's been a long 3 weeks waiting for this new season. Quick shout out to Dan, Chloe, all the CDR admin there who have put a lot of time and effort into getting all these seasons and everything up and running, so everyone from the league will appreciate that, so nice one guys. Well, where do we start with this championship then? Got quite a few really fast drivers this eve. Well, in this tier, I think we're missing one of the. Could it be one of the contenders, which is last year's winner? Not last season, late season before that is JJ. Don't see him in the chat just yet, but we do have the reigning champion in Oliver Ritchie coming back to try and defend his title. See if he's able to do that. Luke now has taken a full-time seat, who was breathing down his neck after joining halfway through last season. Also Rick's also in with a shout. Dan is reserving this season. Chip's come in for a full-time seat in the Campos. Let's run you through the teams. Let's go through the points first. So, top 10 for the sprint, as usual, that hasn't changed. P1 scoring 10 points to P10 scoring the 1. Changes in the feature race, though. P1 will be taking now 25 points. P2, 3 behind him, will be taking 22 points. P3 will be taking 19. P4 taking 17. And then after that, it drops down into the 1s all the way to P20. So everyone's still scoring points. Run through the teams rapid. So in the VARs we've got Luke and Bax. In the Trident we've got newcomer to the league, Scouse. See how he gets on tonight. Welcome mate. Hopefully you'll settle in quite quickly. He's got Colin as a teammate, last season's Constructors Championship winner with Richie. In the Campos you've got Richie and Chip Hazard. In the Damned, you've got Nat, who was also a runner for last season, which is worth 45, and his teammate is Captain Nibs. Good evening, Mechanical. Good to see you again, mate. In the Prima, we've got Harry and Carl. Carl is unfortunately absent tonight as the guys start to ready up. In the ARTs, we've got Wookie and Fulson Dave. Fulson Dave also not here for the opener. In the Rodents, we've got Rapid and Rick. The MP Motorsport, we've got Harold and Cook. In the High Tech, finally, is Clay and Nerfpack. Let's see what this season opener brings. Battles to be watching out for, I'd imagine, would be Luke, Were, Rapid. We'll see what fake Scousers lap times look like in compared to the guys that we already know out on track. Richie as well will be up there for sure. Let's get the one-shot qualifying underway again for the first time this season. It's good to be back, Clay. It's good to be back. See what weather throws at us tonight as well. Had a few showers at the end of last season. Doesn't look like it'll be raining anytime soon. Very technical track this for the boys, especially in them F2 cars, Sector 3 especially. It's one of them tracks Big braking point into turn 1. I expect to see a bit of mayhem, but controlled mayhem going into turn 1, I hope. Quite a few braking points, well, corners that don't have specific braking points, so that will be a challenge for people battling it out. Quite high downforce, but you will want to try and trim them wings for that main straight there. Going up the hill to turn 1 will be the main overtaking spot, as well as the back straight this evening. This will get on board with Luke this evening for his flying lap. Everyone on them soft tyres for the qualifying. Quite a few lines people like to take. Cut that inside apex nicely there. The S section of sector 1. Try and straighten them 3 corners off as much as possible. Ride as much curb without invalidating that lap. Bit of a tricky right-hander now. Try and cut that corner. Straight over that into a very tight chicane late apex to try and get the car turned. Do not go wide on the exit, or that will be your lap ruined. Down the hill towards the back straight. Another big braking zone. DRS will open shortly as the Rapid has binned it on the qualifying lap. By looks of that, he will be starting from the back. All the way down the back straight now for Luke. Anchors on the brakes, DRS slams shut. Throws it into another tight hairpin as we start sector 3. Tight, twisty section of track this. Cut out the inside, nice racing line there from Luke. Car turns well. As long as your car turns alright here, you're doing alright with your setup. Keep tight to the right hand side. Throw it into this night left now, try not to go deep on the exit. Riding the curb well there. Final corner. Cuts that straight on the power. DRS open. Where's that going to put himself? Luke puts himself P3, just 2 tenths off pole position there. Just Dave, in his first F2 race, takes pole position. Great lap from Dave. Just over a tenth to Fake Scouser. 2 rookies to the league this season, putting it P1 and 2 for the first race, showing they mean business this evening. Luke, he'll have to take P3, Worth P4, Richie championship winner last season, P5. So everyone up there, this is going to be some feisty action, I think, in the feature race where this grid is, as we're looking at it now, as we do have the reverse top 10. Harvick will be taking pole then for the sprint. Sorry, I didn't get the second page there. Bit slow on that one. So, we're still going to have dry. We're going to have a bit of rain. It's still dry. See how the front runners can try and break through that pack with this reverse grid. Try and keep out of trouble through turn 1. Can end up getting pinched into going into that first corner. See how many wide the guys try and make it this evening, as long as everyone makes it through unscathed. Yeah, 2 new lads putting the fastest times in the first lap there. After got the race pace to hold off the seasoned veterans of Richie, CDR Luke, Worth 45. Hopefully see some nice wheel-to-wheel action there through from the 5 of them. To be fair, they've all got top race pace. track limits can be a bit of a nightmare on this track, so keeping it within the white lines could pay dividend towards the end. Seen a couple back end of last season moving quite the way up the field without penalties. Formation lap underway. Couple splitting strats with the tyres. Just Harold and Scouser on the softs, everyone else on the mediums. I think Clay made the softs work in the sprints a couple of weeks ago. The tyre whisperer in Clay has now chose for the mediums. I'll tell you where it is. A bit of a problem on this track. Anti-clockwise track, but the tyre wear does seem to be quite even on all four corners, so it ain't the best. See if Harold and Fake Scouser can hold on to them softs all the way through these 11 laps of Cota. Turn that off. Everyone's trying to get a lot of temp into them tyres. Got the Victor and Open dangling from one side of the track to the other there. So at the back we have got Nerf Pack just coming into shot there. Just in front of him is Max Mario, Rapid, Colin and King Luckman there. Bottom 5. Kane, who is on the start finish straight in P14, got Chip Hazard in the Red Bull livery. In P13, just in front of him is Josh Gaming. Just in front of him is Clay with a couple of sprint wins to his name. Don't write Clay out from back there. He's got the habit to get quite a bit of overtaking done. Just Dave, Fake Scouts for P9. CDR Luke could be a championship contender. Starts P8. Were another championship contender. P7. Richie, the championship holder, starting P6. In front of him we've got Rick, Dan, as Fake Scouts and misses his marks there. Got Harvey on pole position. Just behind him is Wookie and Harold. As we just get the lights and sequence underway for the opening round of season 15, and away we go for the F2 championship as Harold makes it past Wookie straight away there. Everyone in the background keeping it nice and tidy. Sorry about that. Harvey holding on to P1 there, as we've got a couple of cars like CDR Luke dropping right to the back, getting caught up in a bit of as disqualified from session for Luke already. That might be a bit of a bug in the game. That so it looked like he got caught up there. Didn't do the attacking as Rapid and Josh battling it out. Down in P10 and 11 at this moment. Teammates Richie and Chip already up to P8. Richie's lost a place to 45 there. No Fandangle's made his way up into P3 on the opening lap. Wookie's dropped all the way down to P4. We're going to get a move though in the background. Just Dave was thinking about it, but Rapid also attacking. Just Dave does try and go around the outside of Chip Hazard there. Chip holds the line, but he also gets a tap from Luckman. Just Dave takes the inside line and does not get the best of exits. Trying to go 3 wide in the background. Rapid, Josh Gaming and Luckman there. Half second out in front is Harvey. Just to start the second lap. Chip just dropped out of DRS there. Not open yet for another lap. Harold gaining on Harvey in the straights. Might be running slightly lower wings. Harvey went slightly deep into turn 1. Just keep that place though. Reserve no Fandangle P3 at the moment in the Invicta. All over the back of Wookie, a tiny bit of contact there, no damage though for the time being. Harold just making himself seen. Harvey's mirrors. No Fandangle's pulled Harvey in by 4 tenths there. It was around 7.5 tenths, up to 3 tenths. DRS open for everyone up into P8 at the moment. Is Harold going to try around the outside, gets the move done before the braking zone on Harvey, but Harold goes wide. Is No Fandangle going to make the move as well? As them two go side by side at the start of sector 3 wide, and that is big contact. The leader of the race is out and down all the way to the back of the grid there. That was 3 into 1, doesn't go unfortunately. Dan dropped a couple of places as well, but and Richie moving up as a result there. This is allowed Harvey just to just keep Wookie at arm's length for now. Just manage them tyres in nice. Putting Wookie under pressure as fastest laps are flying here. It is just over 46.5. Wookie putting big pressure now on the Harvey. Just didn't have the pace in the opening lap to apply that pressure. Close to the back of Chip, as that's 3 wide there. Chip does lose the position to Luckman just as we went on board with that. So we've got another battle of Max on Josh in front. Is Josh going to try the move on Rapid? It's better of it. Use the aid of DRS. Is at the start of this second little train now to try and catch up, as Chip behind will have DRS, so will Rapid. Josh is gaining on Rapid. Is he going to try? No, but Luckman does make it through on Chip, but goes very deep there. Just seen a similar accident happen on the last lap, but trying not to have a repeat of that. Big loss for Luke there, being disqualified at lap 1. Fairfax does pick up the first track limit penalty of the race. Getting past Harvey in the last corner there. It's an unusual overtaking point, but Harvey's now got the DRS to fight that move back. Rick will have the inside line. You've got Ware in the background as well, waiting to pick up any scraps. These two battling. Ware just sat there watching the battle unfold. Just trying to keep his nose clean as Rick does make it past Harvey. I think Nat will be wanting to make that move as well. Oh, as Wookie picks up a time penalty. Oh, that's massive for Wookie. Quite a few penalties starting to kick in now. Battle a bit further back. Clay dropped all the way back to P16. Missed the incident there with Clay. So he's going to try and make it past Mechanical. Cole goes really deep, completely misses the braking point in defending with Clay. That is going to make him vulnerable to Kane in the background in the Red Bull livery car there. Just settled down after that little venture off track as Clay makes it past Nerf Pack for P14. Clay's starting to pick the guys off. He's got a 1.4 second gap now to the cars in front as I see them go up the top of the hill. Rapid's all over the back of Chip. Chip's moving well, moving rapid. As Clay and Nerf Pack swap position once again and back again. Rapid putting Chip under big pressure. Is he going to try and send it up the inside on this this hairpin coming up, or is he going to wait for DRS down the back straight? Just sticks where he is for now. Chip could be vulnerable from Josh as well behind. How Chip's wings help him there as Bucket loses the lead to Rick. Rick now in P1. Let's have a look. That's the Rick up into the lead from P5. Great first stint from Rick there. Bucky's where he started, hard to drop down to. We're now picking up a time penalty. Up 3 positions for Were, Rich is up 1, nope, and then goes down 2 after that bit of an accident there with, who's that with again? Might be in Scowl, so I think Lookman up 7 for latest, so is Rapid, Max up 6. How tight this field is at the moment, this backpack. Chip battling through turn 1 and 2 once again. Oh, as Rapid picks up a time penalty there, just going off track through the S's. Got Josh and Max side by side. Nice overtake from Josh there. No, that was Max on Josh, sorry. Yeah. What was the fake Scouser thinks about sending up the inside of Josh in the background there. Are we going to have a move up into P11 for Josh? Big battles going on, big defensive move from Chip. Rapid does get through anyway. Side by side from Scouser and Josh Gaming. As he is missing an end plate. That will be hurting him through these section of corners. Does take the inside racing line there. Josh did well to cut that off before it had a chance to turn into a full move. As Rick has stretched his legs out in front to 1.3 seconds. This front pack all within 2 seconds of each other to P6. Close enough to make the move to Tridents there. Back of this pack, 2.5 second gap down to Lookman in P8. Top 7. Showing the pace out in front. Max is the next one to collect the time penalty. There's a couple of gaps forming up from P8, 9 and 10 there, 3-4 seconds between them two, but then this battle, Max now putting pressure on Chip. Try the move, Chip goes defensive, Max goes up the inside anyway, that DRS helping him there, does get that move done on Chip, as that is Josh tapping the back of Chip there, Lucky not to send that into a full spin. Does lose places to claim Scouser though. That puts him down in P14. So look at the tyres. It was... yeah. Not worked out for them boys. On the softs, Harold with that accident going down to P17, not really making them gains back up the grid, and Scouser P12. It's not good for them boys. Richie just defending there from North and Dangle. Dangle's wide, that will be one strike. 2.5 second lead now from Rick to Harvey. In a league of his own. In the sprint races, Rick. As that Scouser dropping right down the order there. That's a problem through the S's, I think. This battle was 3/10, just rolls to 5. Big battles going out here in front. Harvey getting real defensive there to work. And someone else going off in the background, off track. That might have been Luckman, who just collected that other penalty. Not having his best race down in P16, keeps swapping positions with Harold. What's going on down there? So this is Harold and Mechanical going side by side through the horseshoe, but Mechanical does stay in front as they go into the second to last corner, as Harold goes really wide there. Closer is worth to Harvey this time round. Sorry for not catching all the battles on track. I can only watch one at a time. Do try and get everyone a bit of screen time on the stream. Got Rapid on Luckman. Further back. Rapid will have DRS, Luckman will not have the DRS on this lap. 3.1 second lead now for Rick. See if that DRS helps Rapid to get through on Luckman. Got some big defensive moves going on. Rapid does make that move, got 2 Invictus going side by side. Got Clay and here's Clay and Josh battling out on track for P12. Josh will want to take that. Clay will not give it up easily. Going side by side from the second to last corner. Someone is in the pits, if I've seen that correctly. Dan's in the pits. Did make the move on Harvey, but went very deep into turn 1. That's going to drop him down to P4. Lucky back past. There, he made the move, just outbrakes himself for that P2 spot. Max is all over the back allotment. slightly. Gaining on Harvey into the hairpin. It's tight. Is he going to make the move? Very clean racing there from the two guys. Harvey did very well to leave Lucky the room there. It's a great battle for P2. This is just allowing Rick now to scamper off into the distance, nearly 5 seconds out in front. Just needs to keep it tidy on this last lap. Is Wookie going to try it this time and not outbrake himself? Harvey does very well, leaving him the space. We're side by side through turn 2. Wookie just behind. He's got the speed out of turn 1. Just can't seem to get close enough to make that attack on Harvey there. Wookie is closing in slowly on the. Where's closing in slowly on Wookie? Sorry. Swapping about these temps here and there as we've got a bit of a battle going on further back. Glazed RBI chip. Wookie does make that move up into the hairpin. Keeps the position this time from Harvey. Harvey's under big pressure from Word out. Word's going to try up the inside line. Tries the switch back. Gets close to him on the exit. Can he stay tight with him through this tight right-hander? Harvey taking a slightly wider line there. That is Rick taking P1 in the first sprint of the season here in Cota. It's Wookie and Harvey. Oh, Wookie drops down to P4. Harvey takes second. Oliver Ritchie there with no time penalty will take that final podium spot. See, yeah, it's the time penalties kicking in once again there. From second down to P4 for Wookie. Just Dave finishing P6. Good race there from the lads. Close wheel to wheel battling, clean racing. Expected, and it delivered. It's not a bad race to kick-start the season. We've got it all, another 16 laps of that to come here for the feature race. Great win from Rick there. I think the battling from Wookie and Harvey just allowed him to stretch that gap out in front. Didn't really get put under much pressure from them two guys. As soon as he made that move past Wookie to take P1, he sailed into the distance from there. There's your final race results. Rick, Harvey, Ritchie, your top 3. Wookie just falling down, unfortunately. Just Dave, not bad, P5. Wait, no, sorry, that is... Never mind. These are your results. Get to the bottom, see. Unfortunate for Luke there, suffering that DNF on turn 1. Would like to see that from his point of view there. I think that was quite unfair. Sure, it might get put in at some point if it was. It's got the feature race now to try and claw some points back. I know it's the first race of the season, but with this new scoring format, every point does matter. Last race of the season, last season, it could have gone 3 ways for the championship. That's how tight this season is going to be. Quite a lot of the same drivers, few new recruits to throw the names into the hat there. And we've got them both starting on the front row of the grid this evening. Going to have a mixture of soft runners to start this race. Starting on the grippier tyre. Obviously won't last as long, but get that run off the line. Are people trying to stretch that medium out? Get the softs on at the end, low fuel, pump them lap times in. See which way the cookie crumbles in about half an hour's time. So we go again. Sprint race 16 lapper this time. Grid is as follows. Just Dave, Fake Scouser on the front row, CDR Luke, Wirt on the second row, Ola Richie, Rick on the third, No Fandangle starting in P7. We have Harold down in P8, Wookie in P9. Rounding out the top 10 on the grid is Harvey. Behind him is Clay, and we've got Josh. Chip Hazard, who we know has got great defensive drives and can also pull a few first lap overtakes off, so we'll see where he can end up. Got Kane behind him. Somehow two different teams, same car livery. CDR King Lutman down in P15. Mechanical P16, Rapid P17. Max and Nerf rounding out the bottom of the grid, and Luckman and Mechanical disqualified themselves on the formation lap there. Don't know what happened. I seen an overtake happening, but I don't know what the cause of that was. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. Oh, quite a few. Oh, well, 90% of the grid on the softs. Just the pole sitter, Dave, CDR Luke, Rick, and last place Nerfmax starting on the mediums. Everyone else going for the softer tyre to start the race. That's just about to take the starting grid. See how long these the soft side runners can hold out for. Everyone lining up now. Last people just to take the spots. race of the season here in Texas, about to get underway. The lights go out and away we go. Oh, a good start from Luke there in P3. Front stayers they are for now. Just Dave, everyone like they got through unscathed. Looking all over the back of Harold. That is how close the grid is at the moment. Wow. Everyone coming through that, their S's there. We've got someone going a bit wide in the background. Harvick going to try up Harold as he takes to the hairpin for the first time. As Just Dave holds P1 from Luke. Luke and Scouser to swap positions there, and we're going to have a bit of a swap back here. Scouser goes to the inside, to the outside of Luke. Doesn't get that move done, but they're still battling it out through the start of sector 3. He does hold that position from Luke. Oh, that is Wur trying up the inside of Luke. Great move from Wur 45 up into P3. Is Luke going to try to hang it round the inside? He is. This is the corner. You don't want to go too wide that. Luke does back out of that eventually. All over the back of Chip. Are we going to have any movement down the main straight? Richie thought about the move on Luke there, but far better of it. That's Kane and Rapid swapping places there. Just missed that one. Angle putting big pressure on Richie there for that P5 spot. I'll go for the positions in a moment. And Kane swapping places. Bucky making his way through. Kane drops all the way to the back in that bit of a skirmish there. Clay does make it past Chip. Chip takes the place back. Side by side. Oh, big contact there. Did well to keep it on the tarmac. Could have easily ended up in the barriers there. Rick and No Fandango swapping positions. We've got Clay and Chip going side by side. Clay does make it through. Josh is going to try and make it through as well. Josh does make that move on Chip. Chip losing 2 places in the space of 1 corner. Luke with the sneaky send up the inside. He's also got Luckman round the outside, thinks better of it. Two front runners, with these two still side by side through the final corner. Got your 2 front runners setting fastest laps. Separating the top 2. Showing good pace, the new arrivals league tonight. Still 13 laps to keep it all together, and a pit stop in that. Anything could happen. Richie setting a purple sector 1 there. Big pressure on No Fandango going into that hairpin. No Fandango goes wide on the exit there. Is that going to allow Rick to make that move? He's got his teammate in Harold behind as well, just a bit too far behind to try and follow his teammate through. Rick does make that move. We've got Clay and Josh there. Max and Wookie start down in P15 and missing end plate for his troubles as well. It's holding off Nerf Pack though. No, he isn't. It's Nerf Pack. Does take the pass on Wookie there. Was 7 attempts separating the top 3. Was Dave thinking about the lunge? Dave goes deep. Work does make that move from Dave's mistake, going a bit too deep into turn 1. Were says thank you very much and takes P2. So we've got Fake Scouser on the softer tyres at this moment in time. Lap 4 of 16. When is he going to pull the trigger to put some fresh mediums on? Looks like tyres are steady for now. He's got Harvey for company. A bit further back. Pack putting pressure on Max, Luckman and Colin battling a bit further back in the pack. Luckman, Mechanical not having the races he would have liked after his performances last season. Close at the front again. I'm going to see any moves down the main straight. Good exit out that final corner. As Luckman picks the heat first time finally up off this Williams feature race. Got Mechanical bucket already into the pits. Top 4 separated by 1.1 seconds at the moment. This is close on track battling for position this. So we're just under a third of the way through the race. Everyone in DRS up to Claymore in P10 there, so top 10 in DRS. See any moves with the aid of DRS here. Dave trying on where goes defensive, where goes for the move on Scouser there, does make that move stick. Everyone off track though. That's caused a mess into the start of sector 3, and just Dave keeps hold of the takes P1 from Scouser, and were there, these two still side by side. Two moves done on the previous lap. He had Scouser keeping it really tight there, but Word does make that move stick. As Word now dives into the pits. So there's no Fandangle. No more than one time penalty. Just them two pitting up to now. Second out in front. Right, a bit further back. Back to Nerf still, nose to tail. Nerf putting big pressure on Chip. 2-second loss in the pit stops. We'll see in a moment as I missed the overtake for P2 there, down that back straight once again. Can Luke try and hunt down Dave now for that P1 spot? We've got Nerfpack and Max getting past Chip, the battle I was just on board with. Chip not really fighting that one back from Max. First runners are deciding to box. That is Gals, Richie, Harold, everybody other than Rick, Luke and Dave all pitting. They are the medium runners. Their pack shot all the way up to P4 there, needs some good laps in now. He's got 8 seconds of clean air in front, needs to make that count. Chip's still yet to box on the softs. That's just jumbled the order right up, down, and we're now up into P6 and 7 after everyone making them stops. Scouser, who was the front runner to pit, coming out in P8 there. As he just picks up a 3-second time penalty, that will not be good for him. Josh also picking up a 3-second time penalty. Rick's putting Luke under quite a bit of pressure now. That gap just stretched a couple of attempts to just Dave out in front. These two battling, just allowing him to pull a bit of a gap. A bit of battle going on further back. He just spread out slightly. Selection of strategies going on here. And pit stops have jumbled the order up slightly. As that is Chip now, the last one off the softs. Luke's under big pressure now from Rick. Staying with him through the S's. Comes through that tight chicane. You can see a move down the straight coming up for Rick. Is the next one to get them time penalties. Rick is going to make the move on Luke. Up into P2 goes Rick. Tucks back in before the braking zone. Says, I'll take that, thank you very much. Can he try and hunt down Dave now for potentially a second win tonight for Rick? Scouser is under big pressure from No Fandango. No Fandango goes to the outside. Racing room left by both drivers, but Dan does not make a way through there. Now Luke decides to pull the pin on the pit stop with 7 laps to go. Just allowed Rick a bit of breathing space there to try and hunt down Dave. Quite a few gaps since the pit stops. Just feels spread out quite a bit. As Richie sets a new fastest lap. as Luke comes out P8, which ain't too bad for Luke. Still got 3 runners in front yet to stop. Couple penalties in front as well. This is a battle between Harold, Luke, Richie. You've got No Fandango and Scouse just up the road. Max now picks up another 3 seconds. There was someone before that, so I didn't quite make out who that was. Rick has pulled 6 tenths out of just Dave's lead. That gap is just 1.1 seconds. Ooh, big snap there, and Rick decides to pull the pin as well. Just Dave will be thinking now, is it the right time or not? He'll need the in-lap on his life now, Dave, to try and keep that net P1. Big gaps opening up throughout the field now. Got a nice 5-way battle for P6, 7, 8, 9. Just behind these runners. He's made it past Harold, which will be good news for Rick. He's just got Luke. Just got Luke to overtake. Like that's an easy thing to do. Start chasing the opposite strap runners out in front. After the great sprint race down in P17 in this feature race this evening, as that is Richie getting past No Fandango there. Get on board with Rick. He's got this battle unfolding out in front. Now Dave just throw it into the pits. Great battling going on here. It's a nice section of racetrack for battling sector 3 round here. Couple of lines the drivers can take. Everyone leaving plenty of room to each other. Nerf pack bit in as well. Not bad going from Nerf pack. Had the help of people pitting beforehand, but got himself up into P2. Out nowhere, Blur finds himself P1. Did not see that. Sorry, not. 5 laps to go here. Front 2 do have time penalties. Just 3 seconds each. Biggest gainer up to now is Rapid, up 7 in P10 at the moment. Biggest loser is unfortunately Wookie, who's down in P17. He's trying to chase down Richie for that final podium position. Got Dave just made that move on Harold. Is his teammate going to try it as well? Just a bit too far back. Harold tries to fight Dave there. Dave holds that position. Great battle for this final spot. Two packs of cars very close together here. There's a 2-second gap between Rick and Dave. sets the fastest lap of the race. Just a bit too far behind to try and stick it up the other side of Luke going into turn 1. Pack will overtake on chip down that main straight. Rick just 2.5 tenths behind Luke. Out in front. Got Scouser going defensive on Richie. Is Richie going to try and send it? Richie does send it up the inside. We've also got Rick on Luke as well. Get me off this camera angle. Back past Rick there, doesn't let him keep that that overtake. Now picking up another 3-second time penalty. So these time penalties will come into play sooner or later. Richard now made it past Scouse. It's 3 seconds behind with a 3-second time penalty for wear out in front. Just needs to close that by 10th for 2 in the last 3 laps. Nerf back with the view fastest lap. Button pits and retires. All these lot are separated by a couple of temps. Any mistake now from any of these drivers will see them tumble down the order. Maximum concentration for this last couple of laps here. Rick gonna try on Luke once again. Pulls to the inside, Luke goes defensive, tries the switch back to make Luke go a bit tighter on the entrance there. Bit of a tap from Rick on Harold, from Rick on Luke, I think. This has been so close all the way through this race. That is Dan making that move on Harold. And he makes his way up into P7. Rick can't really seem to close that gap from 2.5 temps. DRS is helping to defend. No, still not close enough to make the move. Picks up 3 seconds as well. Harold getting back past Dan there into turn 1. Just 2 laps left of this feature race. Well, it's gone quick this evening. We're still out in front, only 2.7 seconds though. That time penalty will see him lose that top step to Richie, last season's championship winner. If all stays as it is, but we've got a big battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. We've got Scouser and Richie going side by side through sector 3 once again. Scouser does make that move, but Richie tries and send it up the inside this time. Nope, he'll have to concede that place. And now Luke is all over the back of Richie now, with that little battle going on with the two in front. They're putting under big pressure as well in that Trident. .2 seconds lead now. That's done work. Handful of favours out in front. These lot battling. Because Scouse also has the time penalty to his name, so that won't really affect wear out in P1. Trying to make his way past Luke there. Luke's doing a stellar job at defending against Rick. Luke not defending when he doesn't have to. Keeping that on the optimal racing line. Really defensive from Luke. Down the outside, keeps the position. Nice onboard view of this battle of the four cars. Trying to make their way onto the podium. Rick get a nice exit here. He can, but Luke will have that DRS to help him down the main straight there. Slightly closer. Is he going to think about the move? Half thought about it there. Not seen much of this race out in front since the pit stops. 3.12 seconds out in front. Stretching that gap as Richie's putting heaps of pressure on Scouse, which he knows he doesn't really have to unless no, he doesn't really have to. He knows that Scouse has got that penalty. Doesn't need to send any stupid move. Just keep the position and you'll take it after the checkered flag. Again against Rick. These two absolutely fantastic battle for these last few laps. Oh, bit of contact. The first bit of contact we've seen just as I was praising the driving lads. We start with banger cars. Commentator's curse coming in once again. Oh, Rick got slidey on the exit. Harold doing a brilliant job at defending against Dan, as will take the checkered flag for the win this evening here in Texas. First feature win of the season. Richie, championship winner last season, takes P2, and Luke, after the time penalties all take place, does make that P3 spot. Unfortunate for Scouser there with that 3-second time penalty, just drops him down to P6. That is how tight this battle is being all race. Fair play to the new drivers this evening, 5th and 6th. That is not bad going for your first race in the league, boys. Be very happy with that. Harold does keep that P7, No Fandangle P8, Harvey P9, Rapid P10. Everyone will be scoring points this evening though. Every place worth a point, so it's always worth sticking around. was one of the contenders for last season's championship. Was leading the championship for quite a while, to be honest. Just kind of petered out at the end of last season, but starts off with a win this time round. Can he keep that momentum on to next week? I think the timing for the pit stop there from Nat was what won him that race, I think. Let's get the results up for the feature race. We're taking P1, Richie finishing P2, and rounding out the podium was CDR Luke. Get the bottom end in for the results there. Well done to all the lads there, cracking wheel-to-wheel battles after a couple of weeks off track. See, no one's lost it. Let's get the drivers in now for the interviews.
Evening.
Good evening, Nat. How are we?
Very good. Very good.
Cracking way to open the season for yourself. That nice win there.
Thank you. Tough race. Jesus, I'm glad I went soft mediums, because if I went medium softs, as soon as you're in that clean air, it is so much easier.
Yeah, I think your pit stop strategy, mate, won you that race, to be honest. Because I didn't actually see you anywhere. Then I looked and you was P1. I was like, oh, must have missed that. Because you was...
Yeah, I always do it on F2. I always pit early, just because the dirty air is that bad. It just burns your tyres out. That extra lap or two on fresh tyres, even if it's the mediums compared to the softs, is just so much faster. So I always go maybe one lap. This time it was 2 laps longer, 2 laps shorter than I expected. And then I keep seeing these guys come in the pits, and I'm like, yep, that's another one gone. Unsung hero for me, Dan. He held those guys up big time behind me. If they'd have got past Dan a couple of laps earlier, I wouldn't have won that race.
Yeah, Harold was trying to get past Dan for quite a while there. Anyway, welcome, Luke.
Evening.
Absolutely great battle there. Them last 5 laps with Rick, mate. Fantastic battle.
Yeah. That was sweaty. Didn't help that I had 8% tyre wear, but yeah, that was sweaty.
Great driving from both of you, but yeah, you Nat, you had a cracking start to the season last season, and then I don't know what happened, but you let it fall between your fingers.
Monza, China, and Netherlands happened.
Yeah,
that's what happened. And Luke happened as well. He got in my head and ruined it for me.
I wonder what this victory is going to do to your head then.
Well, the positive is it'll never be as big as Colon's, so...
I fully expect you to go around the entire server now telling people you won.
No, absolutely not. I'm just going to rub it in certain people's faces for a couple of days and then get absolutely destroyed in F1 on Friday.
That's the spirit.
Luke, I don't think you had any time penalties then, did you? That promoted you up 2 places to the P3?
Yes, I had 2 warnings since lap 2 or 3, I think, thanks to dirty air. And then, yeah, it was just trying to be on my best behaviour, which isn't very easy through the S section when you're driving in the dirty air and you don't want to slow down, because if you nail those corners, you can get quite a good run. And obviously with Rick behind, I needed to push but keep it within the limits, and yeah, paid off in the end. Just a shame about my sprint, but
Oh, don't look what happened there, mate. Literally,
Yeah, what
seen
happened
it,
in the
seen
sprint?
you spin and then disqualified. I was like, what?
I went up the inside of someone. Then I saw 2 red arrows on my right hand side, so I cut the corner because I didn't want to get collected, and then I did on the exit. And apparently I span into like a triangle effect with Clay behind, and I couldn't move. I'm guessing it was Scouser, I think. He couldn't move either. And yeah, I just saw 10 seconds pop up 3 times on my screen and disqualification. So
See, it needs sorting that.
here we are. So I started really cold. That's why you won, Nat. That's why you won.
Here we go.
Nah, fair
Here's the
play,
excuses.
fair play to yourself
No.
to dragging it back up into P3, mate. Because it's not as worse as it could have been, mate. So you're laughing with that.
No, and this race just shows that this season is going to be very, very stacked. So
Yeah,
brace
the new
yourselves.
guys are rapid. They're like really, really fast.
Do you know what? There's a few fast ones out there. Like there's a front pack of about 7 of you, and there was 3 or 4 attempts between all of you. Then a couple of second gap down to Dan and that. But you lot, mate, and Rick in the sprint race, I don't even know what he did.
That's the effect of clean air. Like,
Yeah.
clean air is so important on tracks like that.
Right, well, that's the first one all wrapped up, mate. Congratulations, Nat, on that win, and Luke
you.
on the P3, mate.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No worries.
On to Singapore.
Is that next?
Yeah, that one's
Is that
gonna
next?
that one's gonna be very tight. Yeah.
That is going to be all about qualifying, is that?
Yeah. This is where the one-shot quali really can trip you up a bit.
Yeah, big thing. Oh no, it's Mexico next.
Yeah, I thought I didn't
Oh,
think
is
it
it?
was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Singapore.
Mexico, Luke. What happened last season?
This time I'm gonna finish the job and I'm gonna nail you into the wall.
I'll tell you what,
Right,
though. That's
I'm shooting off.
two races in a row. We've had side-by-side battles through fast corners.
Yeah, your move on me was a bit. Lucky I didn't slice your nose there.
No, I got the run out of the corner before it because I think you got like backed
You will
up a
always
little
get
bit.
the run into the left-hander because you technically should go wide. That's the racing line. If you jump on the inside, you always get the run on someone. It's okay. It's okay. That was clean. We didn't touch. We had fun.
Yeah, side by side through that long ride.
Rick has charged my side-by-side battery. I'm content for a week. Right. Good night. Cheers for comms, Jimmy.
Yeah, cheers, Jimmy.
No worries, boys. No worries. Enjoy your weeks, lads.
See you later, bud.
Yeah, man. Nice one.
See you later.
Yeah, man. Speak to you later, lads. So that's it. Season opener in Texas all wrapped up for you. Northern Nat taking the win. Ola Richie P2 and CDI Luke P3. So join us Friday for the season opener of the F1. Tier 1 and 2. Tier 3 Sunday, 8 o'clock. Make sure you're there for that. And I will see you again this time next week.